The refugee children at Turkey's Menahal school reach out to the flood survivors in Eastern Africa. The Friends of DaAi get a special tour of the new spaces at Tzuji's Humanitarian Culture Center. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In Turkey, at the Menahal school, the principal and city volunteers have told the students how Eastern African countries have recently been flooded. The children were deeply touched, and many made small donations.
The teachers and students at Istanbul's Menahal school are raising funds and inspiring love for the 3 African countries devastated by Cyclone Idai. We should help Africa from the bottom of our hearts. We can save our daily expenses. We want everyone to make a small donation. However small it may be, it will still make a difference. We must all share the responsibilities.
The students at the Menahal school have been blossoming with Tzuji volunteers' love and companionship. Now Africa has been devastated with a natural disaster. The children are seizing an opportunity to give of themselves. It shows that the seeds of kindness in their hearts and minds have already sprouted. This is the true cycle of great love.
There's a cycle of compassion in the children's daily lives. In class, the teacher taught about the plight of the African countries.
The African-affected residents are just like us. They've lost their homes and are now wandering on the streets. I think we can relate to how they feel, the helplessness and a loss of hope.
Listening to the teacher and watching the video, many young girls could not hold back their tears.
ليش أنت كتير بتعيطي؟
انحريت عليهم كتير.
شو كمان؟
تمنيت أساعدهم. حسيت كأنه إخواتي.
Maybe the children are not quite clear about the location of the affected countries. Despite that, they know they should treat affected residents as if they're their own family members.
The African-affected residents are like family to me. Usually when I come across poor people, I would feel very sad inside. That's why I cried. I really want to help them.
The children's impact may be little, but their love is abundant. As they show their compassionate givings, those who cannot make donations wrote down their best wishes on small pieces of paper. The refugee children at Menahal school have put their love into actions and delivered their best wishes to all those affected in Eastern Africa. They help the flood survivors in Eastern Africa. There have been fundraising campaigns in Johor, Bahru and Batu Pahat district of Malaysia. Let's take a look. Holding the donation box, the small children are taking action to practice their compassion.
We plant seeds of kindness while they are young. They can see that they are in a fortunate country. They can do their share and deliver their love and best wishes to Africa.
They help the flood survivors in Eastern Africa. Tzuji Johor Bahru branch solicits donation and inspires love of DaAi mothers.
We are really fortunate as there are no such natural disaster in Malaysia. Therefore, I hope we can do our best to help them. We pray for them with sincerity.
People in Batu Pahat district also praying for the flood survivors. This is the strength of love and compassion.
Starting today, we can go tell our donating members, our friends and families that Tzu Chi in Malaysia has launched a fundraising campaign to help the flood survivors in Africa.
As people put their donation into the donation box, they also pray that their best wishes will reach the affected residents and may their sufferings be alleviated soon. To celebrate Children's Day, an educational fair was held by Hualien Tzu Chi Senior High School, affiliated with Tzu Chi University's Elementary Division. At the event, students also prayed for flood survivors in Eastern Africa.
The students are dressed up in animal costumes. After hearing the English vocabulary and matching it with the correct picture, they can pass the challenge. The Children's Day will arrive soon. Both Tzu Chi Senior High School affiliated with Tzu Chi University's elementary and kindergarten divisions have conducted an educational fair. Its goal is to let students gain a better understanding of different cultures. The tropical cyclone Idai had caused many people have no food to eat, as well as no access to clean water. The students understand the affected residents' hardships. Therefore, they want to seize the occasion of Children's Day to cultivate good thoughts and pray for them.
As long as we have love in our hearts, we'll have hope. Our children are all pure-hearted and kind. We can spread the spirit of great love to the African children, praying for them to overcome these difficult times.
On the blackboard, some students drew breads, houses, and more. They also wrote down best wishes for the affected residents.
I wish the countries in Africa will not suffer from natural disaster anymore, because when another natural disaster strikes again, many people will lose their homes.
At the end, love was accumulated. While paying close attention to international news, these children can become more mature as well. For them, this year's Children's Day is very different and meaningful.
At the Ormoc Great Love Village in the Philippines, a new school will soon be built. Recently, the officials from the Department of Education have come to Taiwan. They paid a visit to the Jing Si Abode to meet Dharma Master Cheng Yen.
The officials from the Department of Education in the Philippines paid a visit to the Hualien Tzu Chi Senior High School affiliated with Tzu Chi University, accompanied by volunteers and entrepreneurs from Ormoc City. Filipino exchange students have personally guided the visitors introducing Tzu Chi's education mission. This is all because a new school will soon be built at the Ormoc Great Love Village.
The new school that Tzu Chi will soon build would also be donated to the Department of Education in the Philippines. Usually students have to walk 3 miles to go to school each day. The new school will be much more convenient for them to commute. We believe it will provide a better future for them as well.
We really learn a lot, and the deepest impression is really the discipline, the love and compassion. I think we can do this in our schools in the Philippines.
In addition, they visited the Jing Si Abode to meet Dharma Master Cheng Yen in person. After Typhoon Haiyan in 2013, Tzu Chi volunteers have never stopped caring for the local residents. The country's educational sectors have also worked hard to contribute their part in order to let the children pursue a high-quality education.
现在学校开始要起了，这个所在呢，都变成一个结构很坚强的一个村啦，让人安心身躯。 安伊的生活，安伊的心，这实在是真不简单。
As one can see, the government officials are determined to make sure that each child gets the education that they rightfully deserve. They will also incorporate Tzu Chi's humanistic culture and moral character education concepts into the school's curriculum when they return back to the Philippines.
In order to express gratitude toward the supporters of DaAi TV, a special gathering was held at the Tzu Chi Humanitarian Culture Center. More than 300 friends of DaAi have joined the event.
我们要透过这个摄影棚来让大家知道真空庙有真空的奥秘在哪里。
While standing in front of the virtual reality TV studio, the guests have turned around as nothing has happened. But on the screen, we can see the image of Tripitaka Library.
掌声来！
As one can see, this is the new virtual reality TV studio at DaAi TV. On this special occasion of welcoming friends of DaAi, the staff members want to invite the guests to experience it personally. All of them were amazed by this new technology.
This is unbelievable, especially the virtual reality studio. We never knew the virtual reality technology can be this interesting. We have witnessed it today. It's very impressive.
These days, TV technology is constantly evolving. I got to know the TV program host personally. He's a very nice person who gets along with others.
Not only guests have visited the DaAi TV, but they also pay close attention to the second phase of the construction work, which is currently in process.
After the construction is finished, the virtual reality TV studio will be moved to the new buildings. After moving to a new place, we will have more space overall.
In addition, a Tzu Chi volunteer has shared how her life has changed after watching DaAi TV programs. The year before, she started to participate in the volunteer training program and was certified as a Tzu Chi commissioner. Moreover, she has been spreading the spirit of great love.
I recruit new members by creating a group chat on the Line application. I will share Tzu Chi's news, such as the disaster relief mission in Mozambique. I will post the news onto the group chat, and my members will tell me that they want to make a donation to help the affected residents.
Friends of DaAi have been supporting DaAi TV throughout many years. They have invited others to join the big Tzu Chi family as well. They want to continue to spread Tzu Chi spirit all around the world.
As we mentioned, a gathering was held at the Tzu Chi Humanitarian Culture Center to welcome friends of DaAi. Tzu Chi volunteers and staff members of DaAi TV have worked together to prepare for this event.
After the fruits have been washed, they will be cut into pieces. Volunteers have worked together to prepare the dishes. Soon, volunteers have carried out dishes of fruits and brought them straight to the tables. This is a gathering to welcome friends of DaAi. The community volunteers and DaAi TV staff members have also joined the event.
We want to thank each and every one of you for supporting DaAi TV. Therefore, I think we should do something to give back to our friends of DaAi. I also learned a lot from the volunteers throughout today's work.
Yesterday we didn't come because the staff members of DaAi TV were there to help out. Today we came to support them. In fact, I think they've done a great job.
Whether it's preparing and arranging the food or accommodating the guests, 14 staff members of DaAi TV have worked together and helped each other, so the event can run smoothly.
I believe the members or the volunteers have understood what DaAi television has been doing, or maybe they have seen it on TV. After knowing our mission through TV programs, I think they were deeply touched. Therefore, they become more determined in terms of supporting the mission of humanistic culture.
Behind every successful event, there's a united and hardworking team that invests their time without expecting anything in return.
In Malaysia, Tzu Chi care recipient suffers from ankylosing spondylitis. A decade ago, when he felt helpless, he found Tzu Chi. With Tzu Chi's financial assistance, he regained nutrition.
这是一部记录了15年的纪录片。他卧床26年，有一样东西在他身上从未离开。
In 1987, 50-year-old Liang Dehong was diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis, and he lost his mobility completely at age 20.
All my joints, including my neck, could no longer turn around.
Therefore, his parents moved from Penang to Kuala Lumpur to seek the medical treatment for his illness.
I have artificial joints in both legs, and I need others to carry me to get up from the bed. I need to take painkillers till I vomited blood. The illness also affected my eyes, causing painful eyes that may be red as bleeding. When I needed help most, I saw on the newspapers the word Tzu Chi, so I made a phone call to the Tzu Chi office in Kuala Lumpur. When they learned that I needed help, they immediately sent someone over. I was shocked. I did not expect the efficiency.
Since he lacked nutrition, Tzu Chi has provided him financial aid and medical expense, as well as nutritional milk powder.
Tzu Chi has given me spiritual support. Without them, I don't think I can make it to this day.
Liang Dehong has confined to bed for 26 years and never got better, but his fortitude and optimism has not been reduced.
No matter happy or sad, life has to go on, so why not choose to be happy? I'm grateful to God for protecting my eyes so that I can still see the world. There is still a long way to go. If I don't change mine, my life will be harder.
佢好堅強嘅，醫生係好好一個病人嚟嘅。
就算有多痛苦都好了。No matter how much pain I have, it is not as much as the pain my mom feels. It's like a knife we're piercing the heart. Therefore, no matter how much suffering I have, I would give a positive smile and never worry Mom.
His mother is always by his side. It's not for the short period of time. This is the glory of a mother's love.
On 2008 Mother's Day, volunteers brought a cake to celebrate Mother's Day.
I'm supposed to be the one to buy the cake for my mom. I'm grateful for Ziji's help because without them, I'm not able to do it myself.
In 2018, Liang Dehong has turned 46-year-old. His mother is 83-year-old and has lost her hearing.
One Tzu member was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Later, he came to the Hualien Tzu Hospital, where he was diagnosed with hydrocephalus. Now he's feeling much better as the drainage tube was installed.
Lin Jinsong singing a song is a difficult task. 8 years ago, he was unstable when he walked, forgetful, and had urinary incontinence. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and other hospitals. But despite increasing medication dosage, his condition did not improve.
There was no way for him to sit as he would lean to one side. He couldn't use chopsticks when we went out to eat. I had to help him with food and he was regressing.
Later, through a referral, Lin Jinsong came to Hualien Tzu Hospital to see a doctor. He was diagnosed with hydrocephalus after an MRI.
As the name suggests, hydrocephalus is due to an improper drainage system in the brain. There is too much water that can't be excreted, so it must be taken out through surgery.
If you have hydrocephalus, you don't need brain surgery every time to remove this water. A special drainage system involves a tube implanted in the lumbar vertebrae and going through the abdominal cavity for drainage.
The operation for this permanent drainage tube is a relatively small operation. It uses general anesthesia. Generally speaking, it can be completed in about an hour. It is like draining water into his own belly, just like drinking water.
After the operation, the recovery can be quite good and fast. 66-year-old Lin Jinsong is now having no problem lifting his legs and doing Tai Chi moves and kicks.
He wanted to try going to the toilet. He got out of bed and was very surprised as he felt his feet were quite stable. He successfully went from the hospital bed to the toilet, and it was amazing.
In addition to Western medicine treatment, Lin Jinsong is also taking traditional Chinese medicine. Under this care, he is making an incredible recovery, has regained his health, he has regained his hope and happiness, and now can enjoy his life.
Tzu volunteer Xu Senhui experienced the loss of her son from a scooter accident. The family donated his organs. Later, at an organ donation concert, Xu Senhui and her son's liver recipient met each other.
These delightful handmade cards are sent every year on Mother's Day and birthdays to Tzu volunteer Xu Senhui. They're touching thanks from the family of an organ recipient. In 2005, Xu Senhui's 18-year-old son, Xiao Zhiqian, had a scooter accident and became brain dead. His family donated his heart, liver, kidney, cornea, and other organs for the benefit of 6 families. According to the law,
the organ beneficiaries were forbidden from meeting the donor's family. But in 2006, they had a chance at a Hualien concert.
No one told Sheng Hui who the recipients are, so how can we tell? So I went to the front of this recipient. So I quietly walked next to the organ recipient, and I said, I won't say this name, I just want to touch you. I did this, that's how I communicated with him.
It was as if her child had changed form and now stood in front of her. She was quite excited and felt like a coincidence to be reunited with the child. This phenomenon can't be explained by medicine.
Basically, I think that the loved ones should be able to approve organ donations for family members. Their closest relative may be the parent who make the decision, like the mother or father's connection to a child. I can understand the mood of the donors and the family members and also feel the mood of the donors. So I think there may be a type of heartbeat.
In 2012, at the world-famous American Rose Bowl Parade, a float from Donate Life featured Taiwan's Xiao Zhiqian on the international stage.
Having this child made me very proud, although his fate meant that he will only be with me for 18 years. After he left, his organ is being given to a person in need, a person who really needs it. When I saw his float go by, I felt very proud of him.
In the past few years, Su Senhui has become a certified Tzu Chi volunteer. She and her husband have been at the forefront of volunteering for the local Organ Donation Association. She is committed to this cause as she knows that organ donation serves an important role in the tug-of-war between life and death.
A stem cell registry blood drive was recently held at the Kaohsiung Jing Si Hall. At the event, nearly 300 Navy officers also signed up as potential donors.
In the early morning, Navy officers walked into the Kaohsiung Jing Si Hall one by one for the stem cell registry blood drive.
将心比心啊！如果自己家人这样子，你也会希望别人就配对到就来帮助我们这样子。左营的基地啊，慈济的师姐有来演讲，让我们听了也觉得蛮感动的，所以就想要来捐血这样。
10 cc 的血液来建档，那么才有机会去救血癌的病患。
In early March, Tzu Chi volunteers had been promoting the stem cell registry blood drive to their friends and other markets because they want more people to take part.
We explained to our fellow volunteers that they can begin informing their members or friends or young people. Many people like what we do, but we will meet people who opposite it. But we will still follow the gentleness the Master has told us, and we still fight for the blood cancer patients because this is a sacred mission.
In one day, 352 people signed up as potential marrow donors, giving their love and hope to the leukemia patients.
An organization in Parks and Playgrounds for Children by Children has planned to create an outdoor playground for children at Taipei City Hall Square. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.